purpose. I heard it once said that it's got to make you cry. I have learned and believe that most people's purpose comes out of their adversity. That this adversity, this life card that was dealt to them, adversity card that they got through, becomes the thing that they're here to do and give back to the world. 10 years ago, I'll never forget the time that my wife and son sat down for a conversation. My wife looked at us and she said, I have 3rd stage cancer and they want me to do chemotherapy and they want me to do radiation and they want me to have surgery. I've known about this for 6 days and I made a decision, I'm gonna go alternative. And I remember looking at my son thinking, wow, what could happen? I didn't know anything about alternative medicine. Ironically, she cured herself. Can I say that? Yeah, she doesn't have cancer and did it without any radiation or chemotherapy. And ironically, 3 years later, I ended up with some tests that pretty much said I had prostate cancer and then needed to clarify it with a biopsy. I opted out of that and decided to go down that alternative route. And man, the last 10 years has all been about understanding alternative health, understanding how and why so many people get sick. And it's been interesting for me to notice these statistics continue to climb. I mean, what's wrong with that picture? We are selling pharmaceutical drugs right and left. All you have to do is watch YouTube and notice that half of the advertisements are about pharmaceutical drugs. Our insurance keeps going up. It tells us there's more people sick in the world, and there's this kind of thinking that it's never gonna happen to me. I remember what it was like for me, have had a really great body, and what does that mean? Sounds funny, but I was in ideal health, so I thought I was 220 pounds. I was maybe 6% body fat. I felt good. I looked good, and I remember not feeling right week after week after week and not knowing what was going on with me. And then I went into the doctor and had some tests back, and I started noticing my body was changing, and I was manifesting something. And what's ironic is that I trusted all of these experts I went to. I wanted to be skinny, I wanted to become a bodybuilder, I wanted to become in really great shape, and everything that I taught was all BS. Everything I was taught was BS. And I have learned that you cannot trust everybody. You have to take your life under your own wing. You have to be your own creator of your own reality. And that there's these bits of information that come to us through discernment that we cannot deny. And there's this thinking that it's never going to happen to me. You know, I think people live their life like, I am not going to be a statistic. Well, when you start to look at cancer, I mean, what is the statistic? 2 out of 5 will have it by the time they're 50. And 3 out of 5 will have it by the time they're 60. And the truth is, we all know somebody with cancer or some serious condition. And why does insurance keep going up? You know, there's something wrong with that picture. Well, here's the fact. You have one body. You have one body during this lifetime. And it is your temple. And it will dictate how you will live. It will determine how you will live the older years of your life. Your health affects everybody around you, not you, not just you. Your health affects everybody around you, and your choices affect everybody around you. Most of what you're learning is not true. It's BS. I've hired nutritionalists that I wanted to help transform my body, and that what they taught me was essentially a time bomb waiting to explode. If you eat for pleasure, it's going to catch up with you. That's just how it is. I don't eat for pleasure. I eat to feel good. I eat to take care of my body. And if you're on pharmaceutical drugs, eventually you'll be on more pharmaceutical drugs. That's just the truth. It's your first clue that most often things are going to get worse for you. And if you're mad right now and you're uncomfortable right now, I'm sorry, it's just what I've learned. And this is why I started this movement of Body Temple. You know, if I look back, over the last 10 years, I started attracting all of these experts, and I started knowing from trial and error and so many unwanted conditions what was real and what was not real. And there have been so many times when I would hear about someone's diagnosis, and oh my gosh, it would just tear me up inside. I could feel their pain. I had so much compassion and mercy, and especially when they were life threatening. It really touched me, and I knew, there was a sign that there was something that I was supposed to do. All these clients and people that came into my life that were able to, not supposed to say it, but they either reversed it or they cured it because it went away. And I started realizing that there was this theme in my life about 5 years ago, and it's continued to grow and expand. And what's so interesting is that I've attracted all these phenomenal experts. I've attracted all these resources and products and treatments that have really supported my journey over the last 10 years. And for some reason, I started having people reach out to me, people that were referring me, people that I didn't even know. It's gotten to the point the last couple of years, I received numerous text messages and calls throughout the month. And when I ask them or text them, who referred me to you, I don't even know who referred them to me. And what I realized about 2 years ago is that life was asking something of me. My Creator was asking something of me. And what I want you to know is that, sometimes there's this thinking that I'm not going to be able to figure it out. What I mean by that is when you know it's a purpose, you have so much conviction and passion about it, but it doesn't mean that it's easy to say yes to. I know 2 years ago, I just knew I was here to do something around health and wellness, and it wasn't like I really wanted to take it on. I thought, how am I worthy of this? What if this doesn't work? And trying to figure it out, and what I have witnessed can't be denied. I can't even tell you all the serious conditions that I've watched, and all of these resources and experts that I've sent people to, that their health has been reversed, and it's absolutely touched my heart. And what I would do is I would help them on the front end. Truth be known, the reason my health went south is I hired experts, I trusted them, I just did what they told me to do, and I followed through. And then when my health went south and I decided to go alternative, I seeked and researched and asked questions, and I found the best of the best. And what I started realizing is that I'm a person that just is disciplined. I follow through. And I have realized that my gift is mindset. And so when these people would come to me, I would lead them to experts and resources, but I would coach them and I would work with them, and they would start taking wheatgrass, and they would start eating greens, and they would go on like I did. I lost 40 pounds that I didn't have to lose, from 225 to 170, eating grapefruit for 4 months. That's all I ate. Like, I literally starved the disease, and I transformed my health. And 2 years ago, I read a book called Big Magic. I got this as a gift from my coaches, and this book was all about how inspiration in the unseen world is looking for a human being to take on a journey, take on a movement, a purpose. And it was interesting because I started reading that book, and I was fascinated by Elizabeth Gilbert's work. She wrote Eat, Pray, and Love. And I started walking around. I started recognizing that I just didn't feel purposeful completely in my life. And I started walking around and saying things like, all right, God, Creator, souls, find me. I'm ready to take on a movement. I'm ready to do something big. I'm ready to help people. What's my next stage? What's my next thing that I'm here to do? I would say it and say it. And then I went through this time frame where I put the book down. I never really finished it. I'm going to now. But all of a sudden, I was confronted with a situation where I recognized I needed to say yes. And it was going to take a huge investment. And I remember that day that I made the decision. I remember God saying to me, I have sold your house. I have sold your real estate. I have created these people in front of you. Now is the time where you need to say yes. You need to pull in your team, your resources, and you need to spend money, Steve, if you're serious. And I remember that day that I made that decision. Well, fast forwarding, I have pulled quite an incredible crew of people together. I have experts from the CBD world. They are changing the lives of people like you would not believe. Sheila Goligly, Tim James, Chemical Free Movement, these products. I have pulled together some incredible coaches and experts, and I have invested a lot. Really, Body Temple is all about this movement around how to take charge of your health, your mind, and how to be an example to other people. Complimentary webinars. I'm creating a whole community within a community called Awake, Alive, and Aware, which is what I believe are the 4 cornerstones of living an extraordinary life: physical, spiritual, professional, and relational. And you're gonna notice we're gonna have complimentary webinars, resources, a whole crew of coaches to interact with and ask questions, weekly exercises. I'm starting my new blog, Awake, Alive, Aware, and I'm starting a Habit Hacker TV show. And what I know and what I believe is habits keep people from actually breaking through to the other side. They're mindsets. They are habits, that beliefs that keep you stuck from getting to the other side. And when you break your habits, you'll actually rise up to that level of state that will change your life in every facet. And Habit Hacker TV is going to start early October. This is our gift to you. We're so excited about what's coming up. And what I want you to know is that the first step is just to jump into the movement. We're on Facebook right now. It's facebook.com/Body Temple. Right now, you're going to notice that for the next 60 days, you're going to have a video just like this that's going to help you with a particular area of my life that has changed my life and has changed the lives of the clients and thousands of people that have been in my membership program. So it's our philanthropy. It's our movement. We want you involved. Jump on over and start thinking about who you know. Pay it forward. Who do you know that's, if you knew my life watching people with Lyme's disease. It's so hard to get rid of Lyme's disease. Fibromyalgia, lupus, all forms of cancer. The list goes on and on. Heart disease, just weird conditions that are it just goes on and on. Let's create a movement and pay it forward. Jump on over to the community, say hello, let us know why you joined, and let's help people heal. Have a great day. Take care, everybody. Post your greatest takeaways. Love and success.